Today we're gonna make a really simple chicken dish that we make during the week. It's really customizable. You can use different vegetables if you like. I have broccoli rabe right here, but you can use broccoli, broccolini, string beans, whatever. Let's get into it right now. Always like to go over the ingredients, and there's not a lot today. This is a really simple dish. That first ingredient is broccoli rabe. I cut the pieces up into about, like bite-sized pieces, probably like about 2 inches. They're a little wet now because we washed it well to clean it. That's gonna help give it a little bit of steam, and we'll add a little bit more water to the pan. You'll see in a second when we do it. And then we're gonna add some cherry peppers in there. If you can't find cherry peppers, you can use other spicy peppers. These are hard to find outside of, kind of this little pocket of America here. Just remove the seeds from them and the stems, and then just chop them up like I did. They're not too spicy, but they pack a lot of flavor. We did about 7 cloves of garlic sliced thin. Fresh mozzarella, we have basically about a half to 3/4 pound. This comes pre-sliced. It's a 2 1-pound pack at Costco. Phenomenal deal. I think it was $6.50. You don't have to use fresh mozzarella for this though. You can just use regular block mozzarella, and that would be totally fine too. It will actually melt easier, so keep that in mind. I have regular olive oil, extra virgin. We'll use the extra virgin for the broccoli rabe. We'll use the regular oil to sear our chicken off, and we're gonna sear the chicken second. We'll do the broccoli rabe first. All right, guys, we're gonna cook up our broccoli rabe. Really simple to do this. Just turn your heat to about medium, maybe a little bit less, maybe like a 4 out of 10 instead of a 5 out of 10. And then extra virgin olive oil I have here. You could definitely use regular olive oil. I'm gonna kind of coat the bottom, which is about 4 tablespoons, I'd say. And we'll put the garlic in. So I'm gonna let this garlic get golden for a couple minutes, and then we will put the broccoli rabe in. A question I'll get it a lot on my website. I'll get people DMing me on Instagram about this. They'll be like, how do I get the bitterness out of broccoli rabe? And my answer is always, you're not taking the bitterness out of broccoli rabe. It's a bitter veggie. That's what makes it good. Some people say you could blanch it. That will mitigate it a little bit. It doesn't do anything. It just doesn't. It's not related to broccoli. It's a completely different family. I think it's related to turnips, I think. See the garlic's getting nice and golden here. It is turnips? Okay. See, I was right. My wife heard me in the other room. So it's just getting a tiny bit golden here. I'm not gonna overdo it because it will get a little bit more golden even when the broccoli rabe is in here now. It has a little bit of wetness. We're gonna get it right in. If your broccoli rabe is say sitting in the sink and it's very dry now after you washed it, just add a little bit more water in there to help it steam and to not let your garlic get too burned. And then I'm going to cover it. And we're gonna let it cook like this for about 5 minutes. All right, guys, it's been maybe 3 minutes. It's looking bright green in here. I'm looking through here, I can see. Sometimes you'll have more water in the pan. Say your broccoli rabe is very wet when you rinsed it. Just take your lid that I just got rid of, take it like that, and then just go over to your sink and just dump a little bit of the water out. So none of the broccoli rabe or garlic will escape, but some of that water will. And then if you need a little bit more oil, you just throw it right back in the pan. I do that often. That's how I'll cook it. But right now, there's not a lot of water in here. And I'm just waiting for the broccoli rabe to get soft enough in the stem area. I turn my heat up maybe to about a 6 out of 10 now, just to try to get any residual water out of there. And there's nothing in the pan right now. We're almost done cooking this, so we can season up with a little salt and pepper. Don't go overboard with the pepper because you're gonna use the cherry peppers. Now, if you weren't using the cherry peppers, you can use hot red pepper flakes. Bitter green veggies especially, they need salt. They need a good amount of salt. Do not be afraid of salt. All right, I just tasted a piece. It's tender enough. Turn it down. I'm turning it off. I'm gonna put in about half of the cherry peppers. I want the rest to top it off. Mix them in. Right when they hit, you smell that right away. You don't have to cook the cherry peppers now. They're good like this. All right, and then here is our broccoli rabe. All done, and we'll put this off to the side. You can take it out of the pan if you want, if you don't want it to get any softer. If you leave it in the pan, the residual heat of that pan will get it a little bit on the soft side, but we're good like this. I have a stainless pan. I'm gonna heat this up to a medium heat. While it's heating up, let's dry off our chicken and put salt and pepper on it. Since I have 8 pieces and that pan is only gonna fit 3 of them, you don't wanna crowd it, I'm gonna have to do 3 batches. You know, I might have been able to do 2 batches if I used a 14-inch, but you know, I'm cooking with a pan that probably most of you have, which is a 12-inch. Now, can you use a non-stick for this? Of course you can, all right? You just won't get as good of a sear. All right, salt and pepper on both sides. And the chicken's very dry, which is what you want. Let's see if our pan's hot. Okay, put a little bit of water in there, and then you'll see the little balls from the lead and frost effect. It dances around like that. So put like maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You don't even need that much, maybe just a little bit less than that. You don't need a lot in here, just enough to coat it. And let's get our chicken down. Now, chicken's very thin, it's not gonna take long. Let's talk about today's sponsor, Cometeer. I definitely rely on coffee to keep me going in the morning, and since I always prefer a proper brewed cup of coffee, I spend a lot of time making it. This isn't really the most convenient thing, but Cometeer is great because they provide a great tasting cup of coffee and ultra convenience. They source their beans from some of the top roasters in the world, and their process is pretty cool. They flash freeze their coffee as soon as it's brewed to lock in all of its incredible flavor. It's then delivered directly to your door, where it's stored in your freezer until you're ready to use it. 1 capsule makes a cup of delicious barista quality coffee. You simply melt a capsule with hot water and your milk of choice, and you're all set. Tara likes hers iced, and lately we've both been loving an affogato. Guys, this coffee really is incredible. We've been using it every day since we've ordered it. For a very limited time, Cometeer is offering a huge discount of 50% off your first order, plus free shipping when you use my promo code SIPANDFEAST today. You definitely don't want to miss out on this one. So guys, click the link in the description to place your Cometeer order today using code SIPANDFEAST. And a big thanks to Cometeer for sponsoring today's video. All right, it's only been about 2 minutes, guys. This is thin chicken. If our pan was heated well, it will naturally release and it'll move around. So you see how it's moving around very easily? And you got a really beautiful sear on the chicken. That looks great. Just another 2 minutes. Even if your chicken isn't completely cooked all the way through, say it's like 80%, don't worry about it because we're gonna put the mozzarella on this and get it in the broiler for a couple minutes. How do you know if your chicken is close to done? Take a clean finger, okay? And then you can just touch it. It's fairly firm, it's good. If you wanna get more technical, you can take a thermometer to it. And what you wanna check for is 160 degrees. All right, so that chicken's looking beautiful, it's nice, it's juicy, it's like, they're perfect. So what I did was, right when I was getting towards the end there, I have my salt and pepper on the chicken. I patted it dry again because I don't want it to sit there and for any water to come back, you know, up in the chicken. All right, so we're ready to go immediately again. And I got big chicken there. Let's see if we can fit these pieces in here. We'll do this batch, we'll do 1 more batch, and then we will get our chicken with the mozzarella in the oven. And we have another special way to make this. I'm gonna show you that has nothing to do with the broccoli rabe. We'll do that at the end. It's really simple. But you could probably put your rack in your broiler, do it to the second to the highest level in your broiler, and then set your broiler to high. All right, you can do that now. You can get it going. All right, here's our beautiful chicken. Nice and brown and delicious looking. I'm gonna take the chicken and I'm gonna layer it down here. So I got some basil back there, so maybe you can guess what else we're gonna do here, but first we're gonna do this one. So I got the really nice mozzarella. You can dry this mozzarella off before you put it on there. The excess water is gonna prevent it from broiling as well. So if you can just take a little bit of the water off of it, you might be able to get it broiled a little bit better. But you know, in the end, guys, this pre-sliced stuff is very thick. It's gonna be hard to melt this in a couple minutes. And you know, if you take 7 minutes, then your chicken is gonna get a little too dry. So I would opt for getting a halfway decent melt and over getting like a super good melt and, you know, having dry chicken. But that's entirely up to you. I think that piece is a little better there. This piece is good there. what were you asking me, buddy?
Yeah, so these are different, right?
Same chicken, but prepared 2 different ways.
Yeah, so this is like,
What's this?
that's broccoli rabe and cherry peppers.
Yeah.
And that's like balsamic and tomatoes.
Balsamic glaze, I just got at Costco. If you want to make a glaze yourself, just take like a cup of balsamic, a little bit of sugar, and just put it on some heat and reduce it. It'll take you like 20 minutes to get it to that consistency. Or you can just buy it in a container like I did. Let's do this is the one that I prepared, so let's do this one first. Let me try. You right with those cherry peppers?
Yeah, I'm gonna have them.
A little spicy. So let's try the other one then, right? What you think of that one so far? Pretty good? Okay, hold off your rating, all right? This tomato and everything just looked phenomenal. This is basil from our garden. Finally getting stuff growing in now. Yeah, nice.
So good.
Yeah. Take a piece of basil.
Yeah.
These are both phenomenal, guys. So what do you think of the broccoli rabe, chicken, fresh mozzarella, cherry peppers? What do you think of that one? 0 to 10.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything bad about either 2 of these dishes.
What do you think?
I think they both deserve like a 10 out of 10.
Really? Well, which one do you like better, though? Maybe that's a better thing to... Because, guys, this one is, if you're already... This one's way less work. You just cut a tomato, some glaze. I have a feeling you kind of like this one better.
I don't know, yeah, like... I like this.
Well, there you go, guys. I hope you make both of them,
Because I kind of just want to eat.
You kind of just want to eat.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and eat. I know, I kind of want to eat, too.
Yeah.